Hey everybody, Dave Evans. I'm trained to head into one of the coolest neighborhoods in Queens, where dreams are won at Citi Field, where 2 World Fairs brought innovation to the nation, and where folks like Paul Simon and Louis Armstrong called home. That's right, I'm talking about the crown jewel of this great borough, Corona, Queens. And we'll show you all the treasures this neighborhood has to offer, and it won't cost you a fortune. All this is coming up right now on 9.99. Hey, good to see you guys again. Welcome to 9.99, the show that takes great spots around the city that are either free or inexpensive. They're always under 10 bucks. So I've reached my destination here at 103rd Street in Corona Plaza. And when you look around Corona, there's plenty of culture, but you gotta look for the history. And our first spot is gonna show us just that.
We'll tour Satchmo's pad, learn the proper way to play bocce ball, try out an amazing Italian water ice, and roam with the wild at the Queen Zoo.
And the coolest thing about our journey through Corona today is that every stop we make won't cost more than $10. That's like a double date with Abraham Lincoln. Looks pretty honest.
First stop, the Louis Armstrong House Museum at 3456 107th Street, a real gem in Corona. Built in 1910, it became the legendary jazz musician's home in 1943. It would remain his home for nearly 30 years until his death in 1971.
Hi, Dave.
Hey, Deslin, how are you?
Good.
So nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
I'm really excited to be here.
Yeah, well, welcome to the Louis Armstrong House Museum. You're in Louis's garage.
Oh, this was his garage right here, huh?
Right here. It's our welcome center today, but this is where Louis and Lucille parked their car. We're going to show you where he lived, where he slept, where he ate, and where he hung out when he wasn't on the road.
Well, I'm ready. Let's get started.
All right, let's go. This is our exhibit area. Here in the exhibit area of the museum, we receive over 10,000 visitors a year. While they wait for the tour, there are all sorts of cool things on exhibit. For example, one of Louis's gold-plated trumpets. It's a trumpet that was given to Louis by King George V
Wow.
of England. It says, the property of Louis Armstrong.
How neat is that? That's
Very
really
cool.
neat.
Louis was a real pack rat, so when he lived here almost 30 years, he had 5 gold-plated trumpets, he had thousands of records, he had over 5,000 photographs, you name it. And this is where Louis hung out with Lucille, and today visitors can see some very neat things. For example, there is Hello Dolly gold record, the gold record. Louis knocked the Beatles off the charts in 1964, and that gold record is here
It's so
on
cool,
view.
yeah. It's so cool to see a gold record in person. You wouldn't expect a home like this to be purchased by a millionaire.
Louis was a generous guy. He was a humble guy. He never liked to show off. He stayed here at home. He died here at home in 1971. The house is a landmark for its cultural significance. Louis Armstrong, king of jazz, changed the face of music. By the 1930s, he had invented the way the music would sound forever.
And New York City adopted Louis Armstrong. He didn't come from here.
He was born in New Orleans, 1901. He got established there, moved to Chicago, where he made some of his most important first early recordings. And then by 1930s, he was here in Queens. He met Lucille, who was from Corona area. She purchased the house. Louis loved it so much, and he fell in love with the neighborhood and the community, and really felt like he had roots here. The house is administered by Queens College for the city of New York, and so we're very proud of it as a New York City landmark and a jewel in Queens. So you want to go up and see Louis's house?
Absolutely, absolutely.
Let's go the way he did, right up the front stairs.
Oh, neat.
When he got up the stairs that evening, Lucille was waiting for him right here in the front door. He rang the bell, and she said, "Welcome home, honey. Come on in."
Oh, how cool.
Welcome to the Armstrong's living room.
This is cool. Whoever thought you could stand in Louis Armstrong's living room, but you can.
It's a very intimate experience and a very, very personal experience. For a lot of visitors, they say, well, we can feel Louis in the house.
It's a familiar feeling house to me. I've been in this house before. I've been in a lot of houses like this.
Well-
Granted, not all of them have
gold-plated bathroom fixtures.
This home feels like you're visiting your grandparents' home. So you can imagine yourself hanging out on the couch
Totally,
or
yeah.
you know, using that kitchen. It feels very familiar. That's an experience we think is a plus for visitors, to walk into a 1950s, 60s home and feel like, hey, I recognize that fixture. My mother had that.
Right.
Or everything a visitor experienced in this house is original. The house is pretty much frozen in time. The painting was here during Lewis's time. It was done by an African-American, Calvin Bailey, and it really captures Louis well, doesn't it? He's got that great smile, which got him the nickname Satchmo, from Satchel Mouth, big purse mouth. He's got the horn in his right hand. He's got the handkerchief in his left hand, always seen with his white handkerchief, right?
Just that at-ease personality.
Visitors not only get to experience the house as it was when Louis lived in it, but they get to hear him. And so you walk through the dining room and you hear Louis enjoying a meal with Lucille. Or you hear him practicing his trumpet upstairs in the den. And that's because he had a habit of recording himself.
I buy everybody's records. I got the Beatles, I got everybody. And they say, well, what you think about the Beatles? I say, they're great. They got a little beat there, you know what I mean? And it's all right. Now, we got to be not too partial to one kind of music. You got to appreciate all kind of music.
There were 650 tapes
Wow.
found here in the house of Louis just keeping an audio diary, talking about what life was like on the road. So it's very revealing. All right, Dave, ready to see the private part of Armstrong's home?
I'm ready.
Okay, well, this is a chair that he used in the last few months of his life. Let's pretend we're riding up and hold on to the one place Louis touched that you can touch.
Ooh.
And let's go on to the bedroom, first up. Come on in.
Wow.
So did you ever think you'd be standing in Louis Armstrong's bedroom?
I never did, no, but it's pretty neat.
The most important thing about the bedroom, Louis celebrated his birthday, July 4, 1900. Independence Day is a big, big day. And so July 4, 1971, he had a huge birthday party in the garden with all his friends. The neighbor baked his cake, and it was great. Remember, he was home, not feeling well, recuperating. And the next day, July 5th, he called up his band manager. He must have been so energized by the party, said, it's time to get back on the road. Get the guys together. Well, he didn't make that rehearsal because early morning, July 6th, he passed away here in this room, peacefully, in his sleep. Lucille was here. He wasn't on the road or in a hotel room. So I would say for Louis, probably it was a chosen place.
Now, I know there's one more room that's really important that we're going to check out.
The most important room on the tour is his office, his den, where he spent most of his time when he was home. So let's go visit that.
Great, let's go.
So we're in Louis Armstrong's den, his office.
It's a real great den.
And he spent a lot of time in this room when he was off the road and here at home. He wrote parts of his second autobiography at this desk and in this chair. Louis was a real gear nut, so he had the latest of everything. And in the 50s, this reel-to-reel tape recording system was available, not to many homes or many families, but Louis had it. The other thing that he did, he was a real archivist. So he not only recorded his life on tape, but he left behind an index telling us what was in each one of these 650 reels.
And this is Louis' hand right here.
This is Louis' handwriting.
I put it index. I index all the numbers, so when I can hear every record I ever made, all I got to do is look in the little book and put my finger on it and just pick out what I want to hear.
Well, Deslin, this has been a very educational tour, and it's an amazing gem here in Corona, Queens.
Thank you, Dave. We're very fortunate to celebrate the greatness of Louis.
It's a great place, and everyone should come visit the Louis Armstrong House Museum. And for more information on that, check this out. The Louis Armstrong House Museum is located at 107th Street and 34th Avenue in Corona, Queens. Take the 7 train to 103rd Street. Hours are Tuesday to Friday, 10 a.m. to 5 p.m., and Saturday and Sunday from 12 p.m. to 5 p.m. Admission is $8, seniors and kids are $6, and members get in free. Check out their website at louisarmstronghouse.org.